Hi everybody, my name is Anthony Dockstader, and today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about me. So the first thing I'm going to be talking to you about is where I'm from. So I was originally born in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I lived there till I was 7 years old. Unfortunately, when I was 7 years old, I had a house fire that required me to move to the rest of my family, which was in Oregon. Now we moved in with my grandparents when I was 7 years old and lived there till I was about 9. I changed schools 3, maybe 4 times while I was growing up, and that wasn't just going from one city to the next. That was sometimes going to different schools within that city just because I always lived in different rural areas. Now, as far as my family goes, I have my mom and my dad, Patty and Todd. I also have my 2 sisters, Holly and Lindsay. And now I have my wife, Robin. Now, for my sister Holly, she went to the University of Oregon, and now she is a recruiter for a big company, and she's actually one of the top in the country for her company at her job. She's doing great. My sister Lindsay, she works at a school now. She's 31 years old, and she loves her job. She's engaged to be married, and she will be married this upcoming July. I can't wait to see her get married. So, as far as pets, when I was younger, I had a corgi. His name was Bear, best dog in the world, and I grew up with him all the way up until last year, where he unfortunately passed away. Now I have 2 cats, Tiberius, Artemis. They're both nuts, but they're awesome. They're great pets. Now, I got married in July of 2016, and couldn't be happier. I love my life. I love every day with my wife, and me and her actually just got back from our honeymoon. We went to Italy, and I recommend it if you ever get a chance. Now, some sports. When I was in high school, I played baseball, football, and for fun, I played basketball. I stopped when I was a freshman in high school because I struggled with grades a lot. That's why I've procrastinated school so much here, because it's not my favorite thing. But luckily, I got to play during the summers. I always got to enjoy it, and now I get to watch it every day, and I get to play sometimes here at the gym, and it's great. But the next thing I really want to talk to you about is a very important thing to me. It might sound small, but it's a little 50-cent piece. A little 50-cent piece my grandfather gave my dad when he was going through a hard time in his life. Now, my grandfather is still alive, and my dad is as well. When he gave him the 50-cent piece, it was just another, here you go, hold on to it. And it's been my dad's good luck charm. Now, my dad gave it to me when I joined the military. My dad had some heart problems when I went to basic training, so he wasn't able to attend. But the whole time I was in basic, I kept that 50-cent piece with me, and it acted as my good luck charm. I still have it today on my shelf on a little coin holder, and that's where it's going to stay. Always with me, and sometimes I even carry it on my person if I have an important test or if I have anything I'm going to do that requires a little bit of extra luck. Now, transitioning into the Air Force with that is I've wanted to be in the Air Force since I was 10 years old. I absolutely love the Air Force. My grandfather was in the Air Force. A lot of my family was in the military, but I always got told by every one of them, no matter what you do, go to the Air Force. They have the best food, the best living conditions, the best thing overall. And my time in the Air Force so far has actually been pretty great. So I actually met my wife while I was in tech school, which sounds funny because a lot of people get married right out of tech school, but we waited about 3 years before we got married, so it was pretty good. After I went from tech school, I went to Moody Air Force Base. That was my first base, and it was fantastic. I loved, I went TDY all the time, which is doing my job in a different place for an extended period of time. I got to do my first deployment. I went to Turkey for 7 months. It was really good. We did a lot of really great things out there, and I can't wait till I get to go on another deployment, and I can't wait till I work on the A-10 again. Now, I went from the A-10 to the U-2. The U-2 is extremely different, totally different mission, and it's a lot of fun, but I can't wait to go back to my first aircraft. Now, some awards I've been lucky enough to get where I got Senior Airman Below the Zone. I got Airman of the Year for my base when I was at Moody, and then I got Airman of the Quarter for the 5th RS being here at Osan. So I've been very lucky. I also got coined by 2 different wing commanders for being an outstanding airman. Now, my first PCS was here. I'm here with my wife. She works in the 51st, so she works on A10s. She's a crew chief. And I couldn't have asked for a better assignment to OSUN than being here with my wife and all the good people I've met over in the 5th RS. Now, I've talked to you a little bit about me, a little bit about where I'm from, my family, some history of the pets I've had even, some sports I've played. Little thing that meant a lot to me was a little coin that was passed from my grandfather to my dad, and talked to you a little bit about my Air Force career. I hope to do 20 years, and for that 20 years, I hope I can use this class to increase my speaking abilities. And I appreciate every single one of you for listening to my speech and letting me talk to you here today. Thank you very much.